Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Weeb Cafe. I'm Claire, that's Kris. Today we are talking about cosplay, our first cosplay, and then we're going to talk and answer some of your questions that you have submitted to us, and we're going to teach you all of our cosplay secrets. You start, Kris. What was your first ever cosplay? Tell the tale.
Oh God. So, I know we both got into cosplay pretty late. I say late like we're super old. We're really not that old.
Nah.
But Fan Expo, which is the Dallas stop for Comic-Con 2018. So it was April. It was around my sibling's birthday. That's what they really wanted that year, was tickets to go to this convention because they'd heard about it the year before, and that was when love started really getting into anime and stuff. And so my dad got them 2 tickets for it, so they took me with them because I think I'd started watching My Hero at the time, and we had been watching Voltron together. And they got us a one night in the Omni Hotel, which is connected to the convention center, which, let me tell you, that is the bougiest ass hotel I've ever stayed in my life. There's a TV in the mirror in the bathroom. I was like, I can shit and watch TV.
Oh, shit.
What is this? Anyways, so Love wanted to dress up. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, fuck, that's not my first cosplay.
Wow.
We gotta step it back to 2011. Whew, forgot about this.
Oh, shit.
It's 2011, Akon. The only animes I'd ever watched in my entire life at that point was Sailor Moon from Morning Cartoons for 4 Kids. I watched Ouran High School Host Club, I'm pretty sure, with my friend that I went to this convention with. And then I also watched part of Oh My Goddess, which is like this obscure anime that apparently nobody remembers except for my friends Casey and Jordan, and I need more people to watch it. My friend Bailey was huge into anime. She's always been into anime, and I think it's because her older brother was. So she catches wind of Akon and decides she really wants to go to this convention. She says, Mom, this is all I want to do for my birthday. So her mom, and she's like, okay, do you want to take any friends? So she said yes. It was 3 of us. So it was me, Bailey, our friend Evelyn, and our friend Caitlin. And we go and we're like, oh, we're going to dress up. And like, obviously I was like, I don't know, I don't watch anime. I don't know what to do. Can't do Sailor Moon. I'm not super blonde and my hair's not down to my ass. I also, at that time, I'm like, I don't even know how to go about doing that. So I was asking my friend, because we had decided we were going to dress up. Didn't know it was cosplay at the time. And my friend Caitlin went as Misty from Pokemon. We even bought like orange hairspray. Did it up. She had the yellow tank top, the suspenders, the shorts. I think we ended up buying her a little Topeka at the convention to carry around with her. And I was like, I don't know who I want to do. And so Bailey was helping me go through characters. And I had happened to have bought this one manga, I guess, because I used to buy manga without really knowing what it was. And it was the first volume of Shugochara, which I still have not read past the first volume or watched the anime. But the main girl, who is the girl on the cover of this manga, it's Jaleesa's brand, so you know exactly what that is, Claire. But it's this little pink-haired girl, and she's wearing her school uniform, and it's like a black blazer, a pink tie, and like a pink and black pleated skirt. And she has this little like creature with her, this little like pink creature. And so I was like, oh, I guess I can do this because I thrifted the outfit. Like, I already had a white button-up. I had a pink tie. And then I thrifted a pink plaid skirt I found. And so her hair's pink. And obviously her hair comes to about chin to shoulder level, which at the time I had really long hair. It was like the middle of my back. But I wasn't going to cut my hair, so when we went to buy the orange hair paint from Party City for Caitlin, I bought pink hairspray. And so I sprayed my head pink, and I did the little half pony that she has. And I actually have a picture, because I think this was around the time that Shugochara was really big, because at the convention, at the Crunchyroll table, funny enough, they had like one of the big banners and it had her on it. And so there's a picture of me on my Facebook, if you go find it, of me standing next to this poster pointing at it. And like, let me tell you, if you look side by side, I look nothing like this character. But I was dedicated, and let me tell you, my white shirt was stayed pink by the time I left. My mom was not happy. But yeah, I was just traipsing around the convention in that cosplay. Had a grand old time. I got separated from my friend at one point, and I was coming down the escalators at the hotel. And I just remember there was this huge Sailor Moon group. Like, they were all meeting up, and I guess it was for a shoot, because there wasn't multiple, so it wasn't a meetup. But it was, like, almost a whole Sailor Moon group, and I was, like, starstruck. And I had a picture of it, but I don't have that picture anymore, and it makes me really sad, because, like, that was my shit. But anyways, that was baby Kris cosplaying before she knew what cosplay was.
And you even went to a convention, and we're still like, this is just chill.
So, what was your first cosplay, Claire?
My first cosplay was Mina Ashido, because I said, you know what? Let's pick the most, like, extra character in the entire anime, and let's go with that. So actually, it's a well-known fact to all my friends, but maybe not to everyone who listens to this podcast, that I only got into cosplay because my best friend, Ash, bullied me into it. Literally bullied me into it. So, Ash and I have been friends since high school, and for her 21st birthday, I had gotten both of us tickets to go to LA Comic-Con, even though I had never been to one. And so Ash was like, well, you gotta go now. So there was, and you're gonna remind me of the name because I always forget,
Akon.
It was super hot. But Ash was like, hey, there's this convention this time. Why don't you come with me? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, cool. And she said, well, you gotta dress up. And I was like, do I? She said, yeah, you gotta dress up.
It's not an option. It's a requirement.
It wasn't an option. I wasn't been like, it would have been like, oh, you should do this thing with me. Like, it'll be fun. No, it was like, no. Ashley sent me like a list of characters. Because I had watched the show. Then she said, you can be this character, this character, this character. Like, pick a character. Whoever's your favorite, like, pick one. And you're going. And then proceeded to send me a whole bunch of like Amazon like wigs and costumes and stuff like that. Really just said, I'm gonna pick this for you if you won't pick it for yourself. So then I picked Mina because I kin her. She was my favorite. And so I was like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll do this. Didn't really think too much about the fact that I was gonna paint my entire self pink. But you know, that was a problem for future Claire. So the thing that I was gonna do was I was going to get her jumpsuit, except I absolutely hated the ones that they had on Amazon. They just, like, I'm not very confident in my body, and that spandex I could see from through the screen. And I was like, that's just going to cling to my skin like paper.
Cheeks and titties everywhere.
Yep. And it was just, I knew it was going to be unflattering on me. So I was like, I don't want that. And so then I got a jumper, like a romper off of eBay, which was like a turquoise color, but it was just turquoise. Like, it was a strapless, like, just jumpsuit. And then Ash and I got purple spray paint, and we went outside of her house and I wore it, and then we spray painted the suit roughly in the same color scheme as like her hero outfit. But I got the snazoo pink body paint, and I did not have a vest when I went to the convention, so I was just straight in a strapless bodysuit and painted my entire self pink except for my arms. So I had pink arm sleeves that I got that were supposed to be for like runners who in like the cold, and it's like kind of like a skin tight, and it's just kind of like long gloves, but they were pink, and they did not match the pink of my face paint at all. But but it was like, so you don't have to paint your whole body. But then we did end up painting like my entire back, and then I did eventually just stop wearing the arm socks because they didn't match the pink, and it ruined everything for me. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just paint my entire body pink. So, also my horns I made out of styrofoam. Just legit styrofoam. They look real rough. And here's a little thing. Styrofoam doesn't like to be painted. It kind of crumbles in on itself. So if you do want to paint styrofoam, you have to do it with like a brush. I just got like gold spray paint, and then it melted in my hands and got gold spray paint everywhere. So that was my first cosplay. And then it got really hot at the convention, and I melted everything off.
Don't you just love Texas conventions in the summer?
Yeah. And it was outside. I gave blood. I donated blood at that off. I donated blood, and then I got a t-shirt that said, I gave blood so senpai would notice me.
I hate you so fucking much. I hope you know that.
I highly doubt that. In fact, I think it's the exact opposite. You love me. It was great.
I just want to know why you thought painting your entire fucking body pink in the middle of a Texas heat wave for your first convention was a good idea. Like, where were your brain cells in this thought process?
My brain cells were in the fact that I have a thing. I have a thing called anxiety, and so my brain was like, I need to impress these people because Ash was already like pretty like prominent in the community. Ash is very popular, and so I was like, oh man, like Ash is really good at this. I gotta like, I can't like let her down. Like I gotta like represent. So I was like, if I'm gonna do something, I have to do it the best possible way. And I thought that it would show commitment and enthusiasm. And all it really got me was, you painted your entire body pink? Are you crazy?
Hey, but it got you noticed.
People did definitely notice me. So,
I mean, I can't even say shit because I wore long sleeves all weekend and I almost had a heat stroke on Saturday. So,
hell yeah. What's up with that, Kris?
I'm fucking stupid, and yeah, that's all you need to know. That's all there is to it. I'm just stupid.
In our defense, we thought that we were going to be able to go inside.
You thought there was going to be like more inside area than there was?
Well, I thought we were going to be able to go inside. We were like, oh, cool, it's hot. Can we go in the dealer's room, please? And they were like, no, it doesn't open till 1. And we're like, it's 10 a.m. Please let us inside. They're like, no, go melt into a puddle. Get out of here.
My thing with that is like, that's how normal conventions run. But like, you have places to hang out. We're outside in the Texas heat. You can't wait 3 hours to open for people to get shelter.
Ugh. Oh, it was so... Do you remember eating? Where did we eat? No, we ate outside of the convention.
We went to Oni.
Yeah.
Because I remember that was the first time I'd been to the Deep Ellum location, and I didn't realize how tiny it was.
So, let's go to some questions from the audience. How do you save money for cosplay?
What's saving money?
Okay, so here's what I do as someone who prides themselves as someone who recently figured out how to save money. So I am unsure about our demographic. I checked my Instagram demographics like a couple months ago, or last year. Yeah, that wasn't a couple months ago. Last year. And the age group that follows me is roughly 13 to 17. So I don't know about you, but I'm guessing relatively the same, or maybe a bit older for you Kris?
I have no idea. I hardly even post anymore. I need to get back into posting. I have so much shit to post.
Yeah, you need to get back into that schedule. But if you don't have a steady full-time job, then it can be very difficult to save money. What I found that worked for me is that I save 15% of my paycheck, every single paycheck that I get, which isn't really a lot if you're on part-time and isn't really that much if you're on full-time either. But if you save 15% every time, then it's going to start to add up. And then if you feel more comfortable, or if you like, depending on what bills you have to pay and what like amenities you have to like get every week, then you can save more. You can go to 20 or 30%. Or if you don't understand percentages, like me, I just put, I think when I first started like getting paid, when I was saving money for cosplay, I just put $100 out from all my paychecks. And then I waited until I was like, I had enough money to buy something.
So, do you have like a separate account where you move the saved money to?
I mean, I just put it in savings. So instead of just having it like sitting in my checking account, I have like my savings.
So do you not just have normal savings?
Yeah, that's just normal savings. So I only have two. I just have checking and savings.
Oh, you just have it written down somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's a good idea, is just putting a certain amount aside to use. Something else you can do, personally, I would say you don't have to buy everything. Like, oh my god, like you watch a new show and you're like, I really want to cosplay this character because it's in the hype of the moment. It's really big. Everybody's doing it. But in all honesty, you're probably going to do a cost test of that character. Maybe, just maybe wear it to a con if there's a con around the time that anime is really big. I would personally just, if you're going to save money or if you're going to splurge on something big, I would do it on like a dream cosplay or like a character that you really, really want to cosplay. Like, and like, it's not just like a flight of fancy. Also, something else I have noticed, obviously Amazon is a lot faster if you have Prime. It's a little more expensive too, though, but if you're willing to wait a longer length of time, you can use AliExpress, and when you do AliExpress, they will let you pay through PayPal, and PayPal now has this new feature called Pay in 4, where it splits up your total price into 4 different payments 2 weeks apart. And then that way, if you sync it up with when you get paid, it only takes so much out. So like, say you spend $100, it's only going to be like 25 something every 2 weeks, so every paycheck. But you don't have to wait until you've like paid off your like loan to PayPal. Like automatically it takes that payment, like PayPal essentially pays for your order. And then you pay them back over the every 2 week increment. And that's been really nice. I've done that recently.
Yeah, I have Afterpay, which is the same thing, but I didn't know that PayPal had that too.
Yeah, I think it's a new thing PayPal just rolled out. So I've been doing that, especially considering that I like to do Love Live, and Love Live cosplays are pretty pricey to begin with. It helps break that down. That's one way to get stuff and like pay it off without having to pay the bulk up front. But yeah, I used to splurge a lot when I had more disposable income. But now that I like live on my own and I have bills to pay and rent to pay, I really either try not to spend, because when I spend online I use my credit card, or I'll do AliExpress and I'll do a pay in 4, and then once that is completely paid off, I'll be like, okay, maybe I can now put in another order or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good rule. Always, like, don't try to buy, like, 3 cosplays at the same time. Focus on one. And then you said something, Kris, that I think is pretty, like, smart, is try to cos test the character before you fully, like, commit to getting, like, the full outfit.
Because a wig's a lot cheaper than a whole costume is.
Yeah. And also, so this is actually pretty good transition. is questions about closet cosplay versus normal cosplay.
Like canon cosplay?
Yeah. So just like asking, I'm guessing it's just about like which do we prefer? Like closet cosplay, or I don't know if they're wanting us to like talk about the difference. So closet cosplay is where you don't buy anything. You just go into your closet and you get an outfit that you think the character would wear, and you do that, or you just put pieces together to kind of make like the vibe of the character.
Yeah, that's what closet cosplay is. That you may just have to buy a wig, or you have an outfit that's like it, or you already own the outfit that the character wears. I would say, especially if you're just getting into cosplay and you don't have a lot of disposable income to go buy canon outfits, I would personally say buy the wig and then like piece together an outfit from your closet. Personally, fuck canon. I don't care. I know Jaleesa is probably glaring at me from the bed behind me right now as I say that, but do what you want. I've done closet cosplays to conventions. Personally, I prefer to do closet cosplays, especially if I'm run down, because then I don't get asked for as many pictures. They're like, oh, it's just a Todoroki, but he's like in a sweater and jeans. It's fine. And I'm like, thank you. I don't want to stand here for 20 million minutes. But I would say, if it's more so within your like financial means, do closet cosplay. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, a lot of people do it. If you go to conventions, there are so many people that closet cosplay.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, if you have the money and you want to, I'd say get the canon outfit. Or specifically, if you really want a canon outfit, I would say if it's a particular series where they wear like a uniform, I would do something like that, because then you can buy one costume and use it for multiple characters. Like, the perfect example is the gym uniform from My Hero. All of the characters wear that. All of the students wear it. So you could literally use it for anybody. I can't tell you how many times I've used my gym uniform for, like, all the different My Hero characters I cosplay. I don't know. Like, it's up to you. It's what you want to do. But I think, like, it's definitely acceptable to just do closet cosplays if it's in your financial spectrum. Or even if you're just more comfortable with doing that. Like, you know, do whatever. It doesn't matter. Do you. As long as you're, like, having fun and enjoying yourself, that's all that matters.
Yeah. And you get, like, a bit more creative freedom to be like, this is totally something that, like, Bakugo would wear. Like, and I see, like, all the time on TikToks and Instagram being like, oh, I love him in this shirt. Oh, I love that she's wearing, like, this outfit. I think it's cool if you get to be like, yeah, this is something I could see, like, Deku wearing. Seems like a Deku type outfit, which is definitely something that I totally do. Like, if I'm wearing an outfit, I'm like, man, Bakugo would wear this so much.
There was literally an outfit I wore to work when my hair was still green, and I wore my Deku shirt tucked into my mom jeans, and I think I was wearing like tall socks and my Converse, and I put my hair up in a little like half pony, and my hair's like naturally really wavy anyways, and I was just looking at myself, I was like, I look like a femme Deku right now. I think I even put on freaking freckles before I went to work that day.
Aww.
He's not my favorite character, but I look like him.
Ooh, this is a fun question. What is your cosplay pet peeve?
Creepy old people trying to touch me. Oh, well, yes, that, because those old men that live in their mom's basement still probably don't shower. But I think my biggest fucking pet peeve for cosplay is younger cosplayers running around screeching and then trying to act like you're, like, coming at you, like, acting, like, in character and expecting you to act in character. I'm like, that's not how this works. I was like, I may be in Deku, but I'm gonna Bakugo punch you across this hall right now. Like,
I have to say, I agree, but the majority, I mean, I haven't gone to, like, that many cons, but I have seen that a good number of times, especially in children who cosplay Toga, because Ash does Deku, and the amount of times that some, like, kid is just run up to Ash, or just like literally catcalled Ash. Ash had an 11-year-old catcall them, and it was insane. I would say I haven't, like, come across it, like, a good number of times, but when someone comes up and be like, it's like, that's not the kind of vest that she wears in the anime. That is something that I've gotten of like, oh, that's not in the anime.
Oh, I hate gatekeepers like that.
And like, or someone came up to me. So when I first did Mina Ashido, I just wore like brown like riding boots because I didn't have purple boots. And someone came up to me, they're like, you know, her boots are purple, right? And I was like, yeah, I don't have purple boots.
But also, fuck canon shoes. Wear something that's comfortable. Like, dude, I fucked up my toenail real bad from Akon from wearing fucking Deku's boots all weekend because they didn't fit. And I said, no, I gotta be canon. And now I'm like, fuck those boots. So if anybody wants to buy Deku boots size 8 that are slightly too tight, hit me up on Instagram.
Again, I haven't like come across it like too many times, but there are definitely along the lines of people who expect you to act like in character. That's fine. Like people, there are almost everyone who wants you to like, who comes up in a character and expects you to act the same is perfectly normal. Like they just want to have a good time. And then there are some people who come up like when Ash and I were in Femme, Thor, and Loki, some guy came up like literally splayed himself on the ground and said, please gods step on me.
Please tell me you stepped on him.
Yes, we did for a picture, but it was hella awkward. So there are just some people, but honestly, I've had more run-ins with creepy adults than I have with kids. But again, all of the like adults who have done this, they weren't in cosplay, which I thought was weird. If you're gonna come up and be like, her boots are purple, I'm like, excuse me, sir, you're wearing a hentai shirt and cargo pants and flip-flops.
You have no room to talk, Mr. Gatekeeper.
Just an anime thing. Anime pet peeve is people who gatekeep.
Which we're 100% going to do an episode on that.
Ooh, yes. I love ranting. Oh my god, it's so fun.
I hate editing it, but I love ranting.
It's just because we go on, because we can talk for hours. Tips on cross-playing.
Contour. It's gonna take some time. I mean, I still am trying to catch up to the Queen of Contour and Pretty Reckless.
True.
Goddamn, she looks like a completely different person. She did Aaron a couple weeks ago, and I didn't even realize it was her.
I saw that! Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, holy, and she had a fake chest. I was like, fucking shit, I'm gay. And I've asked her before, I was like, how do I make myself look masculine? Because I have a pretty round face naturally. Like, I have very feminine features, which I hate because I wish I looked a lot more androgynous than I do. And she just said, like, you gotta contour. Like, you just go hard. Like, if you think it's too hard, it's probably not hard enough. So I've stepped up my contour game. And I've watched makeup tutorials and I've looked up other stuff about contouring and specifically contouring for a male face. And one of the things that is very noticeable is males have more sharp angles where it's contoured, whereas women are more rounded. So I do a really sharp, like, contour on the top of my forehead and then down along, like, my temples. So I do, like, a box shape right there to give it that sharp defining feature. And then I go straight down the, like, part where your ear connects to your face. And then I do a sharp diagonal line down my jaw. I do sharp down my cheekbones. And I use, like, 3 different types of contour. And then I do a heavy shadow under my chin. And then I blend it all together. I would just say really use different varying shades. I'm also super pale, so I can't go too dark or it'll be really noticeable. Like, I saw this one hack on TikTok, which I thought was the coolest thing. It was like, do your normal contour and then do a little bit of black to make it look a lot sharper. And I tried to do that before my Marvel UA shoot I did. And I had to redo my makeup because it was just too dark for my face. So I would say use different shades. Also experiment and practice before a convention. So you don't have an issue where you use too dark of a shade and it looks like somebody fucking punched you in the face. But yeah, just like sharp contour is what I gotta say.
I would say wear baggier clothes if you have boobs, then and you don't own a binder, then 2 sports bras, double up on sports bras, and then put on like kind of a baggier shirt, and then really like sweatpants Guys love wearing sweatpants. And then low rise men, for some reason, can just wear low rise pants and just look great. So low rise pants.
Also, the boyfriend style of jeans tend to be baggier. I mean, they're still a girl cut, but they tend to be baggier, so they look okay as well. Like if you don't want to buy men's jeans.
Something also with contouring that I also just need to get better at is, I don't know what it's called, but that space that's like where the start of your eyebrow is and you go straight down to like the corner of your eye, that space in between there, shadow the hell out of it, because men have like a deeper eye or they have a larger like nasal entrance just like at the top of their nose, like in between their eyebrows and that kind of bridge of their nose like part that's just wider in males. So if you shade the like kind of on the outside of that part of your nose, it's gonna make it like make you look like you have a bigger nose, which men usually do.
Also, another thing with contouring that I forgot to mention, along where the corners of your mouth, take a finer brush with the contour that you're using and do a little line out, because men tend to have wider mouths than women do. So if you do that, it gives the illusion that your mouth is wider. So like think when people do frappy cosplays and they basically just take black eyeliner and draw it out to make her mouth look wider. You're going to do that with contour, but you're going to blend it in so it looks more natural. I would also say, I know you mentioned a binder, Claire. If you're going to get a binder, I recommend G2B2. That's where I got mine, which I actually need to get a new binder because mine's too small. They have pretty affordable binders. They're really nice quality. They come in all different colors. They do different skin tones. They also have a really cool Pride one. I also do sell binders on Amazon. Really look at what you're getting. Do not get a binder with clips on it, like bra clips, because that's what my first binder was, and it really didn't do anything.
It's really good for a sports bra, because I also have one, but it doesn't flatten.
So the problem is because of the way a binder is like designed, it's designed very specifically in the front with like a compression plate, because it pushes your boobies in, whereas with the bra clip binder, I use as with quotation marks heavily, it presses it, but it doesn't situate the fat in the right spot to make it look like a male chest. It just compresses it.
Kind of looks like a uniboob to me.
Yeah. Well, and also I think it would, I mean, you shouldn't bind for too long anyways. I wouldn't be surprised if those kind of binders do a lot more damage too, because they're not necessarily really made, I feel like, for binding.
Yeah, I remember hearing, because that was my first one too, and then I saw like a TikTok about how it doesn't distribute the weight properly, because like a legit binder, it's like it has like a even amount of pressure on the same, but the clip one kind of just like, it leans heavily to like one side, because like mine clips on the side, and so then it kind of just pushes everything more to one side, and so when you take it off, it hurts.
Yeah, mine clipped in the middle. So then it was really like I was just wearing a tighter sports bra, but you could see the cleavage above it because it didn't have like the high neck like a binder does. It was like low like a sports bra, so I still had cleavage. It was weird. I didn't know what I was doing, okay?
All right, let's end with a great question.
Okay.
What is your favorite cosplay that you've done?
I would have to say, this is like my go-to answer. This is my most proud cosplay, my most like confident cosplay. It's gonna have to be Portia from the Arcana. One, because I made that cosplay basically on my own. I bought the base dress from Amazon and I went and bought the fabric. I sewed all of her little skirts. I did the star design by hand on her purple skirt. I did all this stuff, and I just feel really confident and really hot and really feminine in her when I do her, and I always get so many compliments when I bust her out. And also a lot of people, even though I think it's like the shittiest wig in the world that I have for Portia, like I need to get a new one, I get so many compliments on my wig when I wear her, and a lot of people think that my hair is I'm a naturally like a red head with like tight curls, and I'm like, actually no, I'm not, but thank you. What is yours, Claire?
I've been thinking, Weirdly enough, I think my go-to answer is just Cinderella. I haven't worn her. I've only worn her literally to one con, but it was my absolute favorite because it was just, I don't know, it was like wish fulfillment for me because she's like my favorite princess. And I was just like, I've worn her to two cons because I wore her to Icky. I love being Cinderella. It's just, she's my favorite. And then I get to like meet a whole bunch of like kids who are like, and then I'm like, that was me. Like, I was you. But, oh man, I don't know. I'm really proud of Mina. I've done so much work on her outfit, and I like just finished her new suit, her new hero suit, and I can't wait to wear it out. I made her new vest from scratch, literally created it with my own hands, and I'm super excited to go to a con so that I can show off my vest because I was not expecting it to like actually work. Man, I have to, probably Mina, like probably my favorite. That's like my go-to. Weird enough, it is my comfort cosplay because that's my girl.
All right, so that's going to be it for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and tweet at us. Don't forget to also leave us a review on iTunes or any of those podcasting type apps or websites that leave reviews to help boost our visibility. We actually have a plan for next week, surprisingly. We're going to have a guest on our show, and we're going to play another little game and test his anime knowledge because he has none, and I'm really excited about it. You can also email us if you ever have questions that you want us to do, or if you have episode ideas, you can catch us at weebcafepodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, so don't forget to, I almost said like, comment, subscribe. This is not a YouTube video.
I was expecting you to say that too.
Anyways, that's gonna be it. We'll catch you next Sunday with a brand new episode with a special guest.
Bye.
Bye-bye.